Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing good. Let's start with our current affairs for 12th of January. The session will be quite interesting. Let's start. First, which ministry conducted a training program in Chilka Lake under Amrit Dharohar Capacity Building Scheme? Right? Under Capacity Building Scheme, Amrit Dharohar Capacity Building Scheme, a training program was conducted. We know that in India, trainings are being highlighted, right? Skills are being provided to various individuals so they can become job ready. Question asked is, which ministry has conducted this training program, and the location was Chilka Lake. Chilka Lake, remember, this is a Ramsar site, correct? Tell me the location of this Chilka Lake. This is important. What is the location of this Chilka Lake? Now the question asked here is, which ministry conducted this exercise? The exercise was conducted by Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So both of these ministries conducted a capacity building scheme program in Chilka Lake, that is a Ramsar site. And where is this lake? It is in Odisha, right? You must have seen, we have talked about Odisha Lake multiple times, this Odisha's Chilka Lake multiple times, right? And this is a Ramsar site. This was a 15-day long program, right? And this initiative is basically to provide skills to various individuals. Then next thing, remember, it is Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Here various programs, how to keep our environment clean, how to keep the areas nearby clean so that more and more tourists can be attracted. Correct? Next, here you can see Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change conducted this training program in Chilka Lake under Amrit Dharohar Capacity Building Scheme. Next thing, if I ask you friends, tell me, which country has contributed $2 billion for food parks in India? Which is it? It was contributed by United Arab Emirates. Then which state will be unveiling India's first submarine? India's first submarine tourism. So India's first submarine tourism will be in Gujarat, and in Gujarat too it will be in Dwarka, right? Then who inaugurated India's first zero waste street food festival? Right? India's first zero waste street food festival was inaugurated by Hardeep Singh Puri. And where was this festival? It was in New Delhi. Next, Ministry of Family Welfare, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has notified the revised pharma manufacturing rules under which schedule to ensure quality control? So remember, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, they revised the new pharma manufacturing rules under the Schedule M. Under the Schedule M, correct? And remember this Schedule M, it prescribes the good manufacturing practices, GMP, right? And it will be for pharmaceutical products. This revised Schedule M will be upgrade the good manufacturing practices in India to the standards of the global, right, in order to match the global standards. And what is the reason why we want to match the global standards? So that we can export the products. As we know that most of the product related to pharmaceutical industry is being imported from different parts of the world. So in order to reverse that, and we want to export more and produce more pharmaceutical medical equipments technologies in India only, so that we can export. And when we will be able to export, when the quality of those products are at the global standard. So for that reason only, schedule under this Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, they revised this new pharma manufacturing rules under Schedule M to ensure quality control, right? Next, here you can see Schedule M, it prescribes the good manufacturing practices for pharmaceutical products, and the revised Schedule M will upgrade the good manufacturing practices in India to the global standards. Next is DGCA. They have revised the new flight duty time rules for the flight crew to reduce the pilot fatigue and enhance the flight safety. See, pilots, they fly the aircraft, right? So in order to avoid them from fatigue, in order to avoid them from tiredness, new flight rules were recently introduced by DGCA. DGCA is your Directorate General of Civil Aviation, and the sole reason for them to introduce this new was so that these flight crew members and your pilots can have a leisure time, they can have a relaxation time where they can go and relax. So in order to avoid the fatigue, if we talk about these rules, DGCA, they have increased the mandatory weekly rest period for the flight crew to 48 hours from the previous 36 hours. DGCA, they have also cut the maximum flight duty period to 10 hours, that was earlier 13 hours, correct? And it also limited the number of flight landings during this period to just 2 from 6, that was during the night operation, right? These are some of the rules that you need to remember. Also remember, DGCA, they have capped the maximum flight time for flights exceeding 14 hours at 17 hours at mandated airlines to provide a minimum rest of 120 hours after each flight, correct? If we talk about DGCA, who is the Director General? Vikram Dev Dutt and New Delhi. Important thing you need to remember here is that which is the organization that have recently revised the new flight duty time rules for the pilots and the crew members in order to avoid the fatigue. It is DGCA. Next, ICG, that is your Indian Coast Guard, and SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, they signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance the indigenous content in the ship of Indian Coast Guard in New Delhi. That means more and more products, instruments, technologies will be used from our India only, correct? They should be sourced from India only. So that is the reason Indian Coast Guard, they signed an MOU with Steel Authority of India to enhance the products used from India only, correct? As per the MOU, SAIL will supply the indigenous marine grade steel to the Indian shipyards for Indian Coast Guard, such as your, and which are these shipyards? Madgaon Dock Shipbuilders Limited, Cochin Shipyards Limited, etc. Also your GRSC, right? So they will be sourcing the steel from SAIL Authority of India Limited. If we talk about SAIL, who is the chairman? Amrindu Prakash. Where is the headquarter? It is in New Delhi, and it was in 1973 that this was established. Next, which city were nominated for International Wetland City accreditation? There are 3 cities, and it is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, correct? This ministry has nominated 3 cities. Which are they? Indore, Bhopal and Udaipur. Indore and Bhopal, they are in Madhya Pradesh. Udaipur, it is in Rajasthan, right? So these are the 3 cities that have been recently accredited and nominated by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, correct, for International Wetland City accreditation, that is WCA. right? And this was scheme was under the Ramsar convention, and they are the first three Indian cities to be nominated for wetland city accreditation. Which three? These three, right? What is the aim of this WCA, that is wetland city accreditation? The aim here is to recognize the city that have taken exceptional steps to safeguard their urban wetlands. Correct? They have taken various measures, they have started various schemes, procedures, rules, so that they can save and conserve their urban wetlands. As of now, the convention has recognized a total of 18 cities during the COP 13 and 25 cities during the COP 14. Correct? So just remember, Indore, Madhya Pradesh and Udaipur, they are the three cities from India. They were recently nominated by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change for WCA, that is Wetland Convention, Wetland City Accreditation, WCA. And it was under Ramsar Convention. And what was the reason? The reason is that these cities are working better and they have started various initiatives. They have rules to conserve their urban wetlands. As of now, there are 75 wetlands in India that are protected under this Ramsar Convention. And we also saw in the starting of the video that Chilka Lake is also a Ramsar site. Apart from this, friends, tell me if I ask you, 12th edition of the Divya Kala Mela. 12th edition of Divya Kala Mela was hosted by Surat. Right? Then which state or UT, or tell me which first UT to implement PM Vishwakarma Yojana. So PM Vishwakarma Yojana was implemented for the first time Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. Right? Then which company became the first in India to receive ISCC plus certification? ISCC plus certification was received by Reliance Industries Limited. Correct? Then recently CCI, they have approved which state's government to buy a private thermal power plant. So it is Punjab government, right? So CCI approved Punjab government to buy private thermal plant. Next, where was the 4th edition of ASW exercise Sea Dragon held? So remember, we are talking about ASW. What is ASW? Anti-submarine warfare. So the 4th edition of anti-submarine warfare, that is Sea Dragon. This exercise was held where? This exercise was held in Air Force Station in Guam, that is located in USA. Right? This exercise was held from 10th of Jan to 22nd, will be held from 10th of Jan to 22nd of Jan. Then currently this exercise is going on, that means, and where? In Guam, USA. That is a Air Force base in Guam in USA. Right? Then 6 countries are participating in this exercise. They are USA, Australia, Japan, Canada, Republic of Korea. Correct? And India. Republic of Korea and India. These countries are participating here. Then one more thing, remember, from here Indian Navy's P-8I patrol aircraft took part in this exercise. This question also becomes important. Question can be asked that in the 4th edition of anti-submarine warfare exercise Sea Dragon held in Guam, USA, which Indian aircraft took part? So it is P-8I aircraft that took part in this particular exercise. Next, if I ask you, tell me K Smart Tech Solution. K Smart Tech Solution. This is launched by which state? It is Kerala. Right? Then who inaugurated Startup Expo in Kathua? So it was inaugurated by Vice President of India, Jagdeep Dhankad. Then Jharkhand government, they have recently reduced the qualifying age for old age pension to what? So Jharkhand had reduced the age to 50 years for the qualifying for pension. correct? Then Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, right? He has boosted the social security pension to 3,000 rupees. Next. Next is banking and finance. Zerodha Fund House, they have recently launched India's first growth liquid ETF scheme that was named Zerodha Nifty 1D Rate Liquid ETF. I repeat, Zerodha Fund House, they have launched India's first growth liquid exchange traded fund, right? It is a bundle of multiple funds. So it is Zerodha Nifty 1D Rate Liquid ETF that will offer growth net asset value. Correct? So just remember this. And next thing, remember this Zerodha Fund House is, who is the chief executive officer here of Zerodha Fund House? Vishal Jain, headquarter Bangalore, Karnataka. It was established in 2021. Moving on. Which bank has partnered with Digivridhi to offer financial service to dairy farmers? So remember, which is that bank? It is Karnataka Bank, right? They have recently partnered with Digivridhi, and it is to offer financial services to support the requirement of the dairy farmers and dairy societies. Correct? It is Kotak Mahindra Bank. Then this service will be offered to the village dairy cooperative societies that are associated with the milk unions of Karnataka Milk Federation. Correct? Important, take a note of this. Then apart from this, you will be seeing various services, various products under this will be offered to the dairy farmers by Karnataka Bank. Next thing, next if I ask you, tell me recently, who will be the chief guest of Vibrant Gujarat Summit? Who will be the chief guest of Vibrant Gujarat Summit? Czech Republic's Prime Minister here. Then who will be the chief guest during Republic Day? Emmanuel Macron. Right? Then next thing, tell me recently, which state has distributed the loans over 6 lakh crore rupees to boost the MSME sector? So it is UP. They have provided or they have distributed over 6 lakh crore rupees in loans to boost the MSME sector. Then which city hosted the International Kite Festival? First of all, tell me which state hosted the International Kite Festival. It was hosted by the state Gujarat. And in Gujarat too, where this was hosted? In Ayodhya. And this was hosted ahead of the Ram temple construction and the day, that is 22nd of January. Before this, because this will be launched, our Ram Mandir will be launched during this day. Correct? Next. Here you can see, if we talk about Karnataka Bank Limited, who is the MD and Chief Executive Officer, S.H. Sharma, headquarter Mangaluru, Karnataka, established in 1924, tagline, your family bank across India. Then Digivridhi Technologies, DGV, this is India's first integrated dairy tech and marketplace platform. Founder and MD and CEO here will be Raghavan Venkatesan, headquarter Bangalore, Karnataka, and it was established in 2019. Moving on, which organization forecasted the global growth to slow down for the third consecutive year to 2.4%? Recently, World Bank, they released their global economic prospectus of January 2024. They are reporting a third consecutive year of slowdown in 2024 with a growth just 2.4% in 2024. It was 2.6% in 2023 last year, 3% in 2022, right, and 6.2% in 2021. This was the global growth. But now in the year 2024, we are expecting just 2.4% global growth. Multiple countries, they are expecting recession also, right? But still India is strong and India is having a very beautiful year. Even it is projected in the coming year, India will be growing by almost 6.4%. This was projected by World Bank. So this is World Bank that has projected the global growth to slow down for the third consecutive year to just 2.4%. If we talk about World Bank, who is the president? Ajay Banga. 1944 it was established, and where is the headquarter? Washington, DC. How many members are there in World Bank? 189 members are there in World Bank. Next, some other current affairs, such as if I ask you, who will be taking over the chairmanship of BRICS? It will be Russia, right? Then, who will be representing India during the Uganda NAM summit in January? In the Uganda NAM summit, who will be representing India? So, Dr. S. Jaishankar, our External Affairs Minister, will be representing India. Then, GST collection for December month rose by almost 10% to 1.64 lakh crore rupees. Correct. Also, UPI, if we talk about, it ended with a record transactions of almost 8 lakh crore transactions held in 2023. Then India ratings, they have revised the PNB housing finance NCD ratings from AA plus, it has been increased to AA, from AA it has been increased to AA plus for PNB housing finance. Next, who has been appointed as the fourth Secretary General of BIMSTEC? Important, take a note of it. I repeat, who has been appointed as the fourth Secretary General of BIMSTEC? So, Indra Mani Pandey, right? He has took over as the charge of the fourth Secretary General of Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, that is BIMSTEC, right? And remember, he became the first Indian. He became the first Indian to hold the post. Correct? I repeat, Indra Mani Pandey, he became the fourth Secretary General of BIMSTEC. He became the first Indian and he will hold this position for the next 3 years. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Tenzin Lekpal of Bhutan to become the fourth Secretary General, right? If question asked who was the third Secretary General of BIMSTEC from 2020 to 2023, Tenzin Lekpal. If we talk about Indra Mani Pandey, he was an IFS officer of 1990 batch, correct? Before his appointment as permanent representative of India to UN, he served as the additional secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs. He was the ambassador of India to Oman from 2015 to 2018. He was the deputy ambassador of India to France from 2013 to 2015 also. Correct? If we talk about BIMSTEC, right? BIMSTEC, remember, who are the current members of BIMSTEC as of now? Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Thailand. Who is the Secretary General and that to the fourth Secretary General now? Indra Mani Pandey, as you can see him in the picture, right? And where is the headquarter of BIMSTEC? It is in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Next is LIC will be acquiring how much stake in RMBS entity? So remember, LIC will be acquiring 10% stake in the NHB promoted RMBS. NHB is your National Housing Bank, right? The investment in the NHB promoted company would focus on RMBS, that is your residential mortgage backed security. Correct? And it is a type of investment only. So they will be acquiring how much percent stake? 10% in RMBS entity of NHB, that is National Housing Bank. Moving on. Next is CCI. They have approved the acquisition of how much percent stake in Signet by IMCD India. So CCI, they have approved the acquisition of 30% stake in Signet by IMCD. Correct? IMCD is your, remember first thing, IMCD, it is an indirectly wholly owned subsidiary of Dutch-based IMCD NV. Correct? And this acquisition will be exercised through a call option. IMCD India, they are currently holding 70% of the paid up share capital in Signet, correct, since 2030, whereas the remaining 30% of the share capital is held by various promoters. So recently, remember, CCI approved the acquisition of 30% in Signet by IMCD. Next is books and authors. Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav, they have launched a book that was titled Modi Energizing a Green Future. I repeat, Bhupendra Yadav, our Union Minister of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, he unveiled a book that was titled Modi Energizing a Green Future. This book will be published by Pentagon Press in association with Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee's Research Foundation. This book analyzes the PM Modi's environmental leadership, highlighting India's ambitious contributions to a sustainable and eco-friendly future. This book was edited by R.K. Pachananda, former chairman of Haryana Electricity Regulatory Commission, Bibek Debroy, chairman of Economic Advisory Council to the PM, and Anirban Ganguly and Uttam Kumar Sinha. right? So just remember this name. And who launched it? Launched by Bhupendra Yadav ji. Next is important is National Road Safety Week observed from 11th of January to 17th of January, and it is to raise awareness about the importance of road safety and highlighting the significance of the road safety measures to prevent the road accidents and to save lives. Then 2024 it observes the 35th edition of the National Road Safety Week that is observed from 11th to 17th of January. The first ever National Road Safety Week was observed in 1989. Correct. Then next thing, remember National Road Safety, right? National Road Safety Month. National Road Safety Month. Correct. Remember in 2024 National Road Safety Month will be observed from 15th of Jan to 14th of February. This is also important. Take a note of it. We were talking about National Road Safety Week from 11th to 17th, but we are talking about now National Road Safety Month that will be from 15th of Jan to 14th of February. Right? Then next is United Nations Global Road Safety Week. United Nations Global Road Safety Week is observed in May, that is from 15 to 21st of May, and National Road Safety Week from 11 to 17th of May. Moving on, next is state news. Recently, Punjab became the first state to map all the accident prone sites in Mapples. Right? That this Mapples, this is, remember, this is a navigation system that was developed by Map My India, their company, that is CE Info Systems Limited. Here you can see Punjab became the first state in India to map all 784 accident black spots on the mobile application Map Please, that is a navigation system developed by CE Info Systems Limited by Map My India. Here Punjab Police, they collaborated with Map My India for real-time traffic updates and alerts on this Mapples app about the black and blind spots. Correct? So these were your important current affairs for the day, friends. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, they conducted a training program in Chilka Lake in Odisha under Amrit Dharohar Capacity Building Scheme. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare notified the revised pharma manufacturing rules under Schedule M to ensure quality control. Then DGCA, they have revised the new flight duty time rules for flight crew to reduce pilot fatigue and enhance flight safety. Indian Coast Guard and SAIL, they have signed MOU to increase the indigenous content, ship content in India, so that more and more products can be sourced from India. Then Indore, Bhopal, Udaipur, they have been nominated for International Wetland City accreditation. Indian Navy's PA type has participated in the 4th edition of anti-submarine warfare exercise Sea Dragon held at Guam, USA. Zerodha Fund House, they have launched India's first growth liquid ETF scheme named Zerodha Nifty 1 Rate Liquid ETF. Karnataka Bank and Digivriddhi, they have partnered to offer financial services to dairy farmers. Next, World Bank forecasted 2024 global growth to slow for third consecutive year to 2.4% and India to grow at 6.4% in fiscal year 25. Indira Mani Pandey appointed 4th Secretary General of BIMSTEC and became the first Indian to hold the post. Then LIC to pick 10% equity stake in NHB, promoted RMBS entity. CCI approved the acquisition of 30% stake in Signet by IMCD India. Bhupendra Yadav launched a book that is Modi Engineering a Green Future. And National Road Safety Week from 11th to 17th of January. Then Punjab became the first state to map all accident-prone sites in Mapples. So these are your important current affairs for the day, friends. If you find the session interesting, all you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. Doing this will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. Now friends, let's move to some revision part that will be beneficial for your learning. What is the minimum years for which offshore wind energy projects will be leased? So remember, recently Ministry of External Affairs, they have recently released some new guidelines for leasing out of the wind projects, right? Offshore wind projects such as your wind turbines or windmills, correct? So in order to lease them, what is the minimum years for which these offshore wind energy projects will be leased? So the minimum year here is 3 years, right? According to the new rules, which bank has launched industry's first community banking program for diamond industry? So it is IndusInd Bank, right? They have launched Indus Solitaire program, right? This is the industry's first community banking program for diamond industry, that is Indus Solitaire program. Let me show you here. in this solitaire program. This is industry's first community banking program designed for the diamond industry by IndusInd Bank. Moving on, Government of India has signed a loan deal with which organization for Delhi Meerut RRTS corridor? So remember, it is Government of India, our Indian government, and Asian Development Bank, right? They together recently signed a loan deal worth how much amount? $250 million. This $250 million will be converted into yen, right? And this is for 37 billion Japanese yen. 37 billion Japanese yen. Right, either of these can be marked in the question. So Government of India, they signed a loan agreement with Asian Development Bank for Delhi Metro RRTS corridor, right? And what is RRTS? Regional Rapid Transit System, correct? And for this, the amount deal was $250 million or 37 billion Japanese yen. Next is Ministry of Textiles has unveiled a mobile application to empower jute farmers, right? So what is the name of that mobile application that was launched by Ministry of Textiles to empower jute farmers? What is the name of it? It is Path Mitro, right? Ministry of Textiles, they have unveiled Path Mitro. This is a mobile application and they will be providing important information about the minimum support price and the agronomy of jute farmers, that how the market is working, what are the new updates coming in the market, what are the price fluctuations if there are in any in the market, right? Everything that is will be provided on this mobile application, that is Path Mitro. This was launched by Ministry of Textiles and this app was developed by Jute Corporation of India, that is a public sector undertaking under the Ministry of Textiles. Let me show you here, right? It is Ministry of Textiles, they have unveiled, that means they have launched this Path Mitro. It is a mobile application to provide important information about minimum support price and the agronomy to jute farmers, and the app was developed by Jute Corporation of India, correct? And the app was launched during the Jute Symposium that was held in New Delhi on 21st of December. Important thing for you all to remember the name, that is Path Mitra, that is to empower the jute farmers. Then this Path Mitra, this will be available in 6 languages, right? And it will provide free access to the jute garden parameters. Apart from this, remember, this will also provide weather forecast. This will be providing the procurement policies and what are the weather situations, etc. Also, this app will come with a feature such as a chatbot, and this will offer facility to track the status of their payments made for the raw jute. First, when was the UN International Translation Day 2023 observed across the globe with the theme Translation Unveils the Many Faces of Humanity? This is the theme for the UN International Translation Day. When do we observe this? It is observed on 30th of September. Correct? And for the first time, this UN recognized International Translation Day was observed on 30th of September in 2017. This was the first ever edition, or we can say the inaugural edition of this.
IFPRI, IFPRI क्या है? इंटरनेशनल IFPRI क्या है? इंटरनेशनल फूड पॉलिसी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट. इन्होंने अभी किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ एक स्टेटमेंट ऑफ इंटेंट साइन किया है टू स्ट्रेंथन द पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क फॉर एग्रीकल्चर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन? एग्रीकल्चर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के लिए, बेसिकली बोले तो डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के लिए, एंड इन दैट टू एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर को ट्रांसफॉर्म करने के लिए IFPRI जो कि है इंटरनेशनल फूड पॉलिसी रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट, इन्होंने किन के साथ टाइप किया? नीति आयोग के साथ यहाँ पे टाइप किया गया, राइट? एग्रीकल्चर को बढ़ावा देने के लिए, रूरल डेवलपमेंट लाने के लिए, ट्रेड में क्लाइमेट चेंज प्रैक्टिसेस को इंप्रूव करने के लिए ये लॉन्च किया गया था. ये स्टेटमेंट ऑफ इंटेंट साइन किया गया. विच मिनिस्ट्री हैज रिलीज द फर्स्ट एडिशन ऑफ क्वांटम वैल्यू चेन report? So first of all, remember this first edition of the quantum value chain report, it was released by which ministry? MEITY, that is your Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It was along with QETCI, that is your Quantum Ecosystem and Technology Council of India, along with Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. They have released the first ever edition of the. Next is Ministry of Rural Development signed a memorandum of understanding with which organization to empower self-help groups. So which is that ministry or which is that organization? It is GeoMart, right? So Ministry of Rural Development along with GeoMart, they have recently signed a memorandum of understanding that will be encouraging the self-help groups, right? They will be providing various economic activities, they will be providing various job opportunities, they will be providing various skills to these self-help groups.
Next is related to sports. Asian Youth Chess Championship 2023 was held, and India's Kiana Parihar under 8 and Harsh Suresh under 16 Open has won the gold medal here. I repeat, Indian chess player Kiana Parihar under the 8 girls and Harsh Suresh under 16 Open has won gold medal in the Asia Youth Chess Championship 2023 held at Al Ain City of Abu Dhabi in UAE, and it was held from 12 to 22nd of December. Next thing, remember, Grandmaster D. Gukesh from India has won the inaugural Chennai Grand Masters title 2023. This was held in Chennai from 15 to 21st of December. I repeat, who won the Chennai Grand Masters 2023 title? It was won by D. Gukesh. Moving on. Next, Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, as you can see him in the picture here, has launched the official jersey, logo and mascot of the 6th Khelo India Youth Games in Tamil Nadu. I repeat, our Union Minister Anurag Singh Thakur, as you can see him in the picture here, has launched the official logo, jersey and theme song of the 6th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games that will be held in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Right? The mascot of the 6th Khelo India Youth Games was named Veera Mangai, right? Veera Mangai. This is the name of the mascot of the 6th edition of Khelo India Youth Games, right? What was the name of the torch, ceremonial torch? It was Thamiz, right? This is the name of the torch. And what is the name of the mascot? It is Veera Mangai. Let me show you here. The mascot of the 6th Khelo India Youth Games was named Veera Mangai, and the ceremonial torch was named Thamiz. They were also unveiled during this event. The mascot Veera Mangai is the replica of the legendary freedom fighter Tamil Queen Velu Nichiyar. Correct. The next thing, remember, where will be the 6th edition of Khelo India Youth Games will be held? What is the location? It is in Tamil Nadu, Chennai, right? And in Tamil Nadu too, it is in Chennai, Trichy, Madurai and Coimbatore. In these 4 cities, these Khelo India Youth Games will be held. Then if we talk about Khelo India, Khelo India is the national program that was launched in October 2017, and it was launched to enhance the participation of youth in sports, or it was enhanced to enhance the sports culture in India. Then next thing, if we talk about Khelo India Youth Games, when was this launched? It was launched in 2018, right? And it was launched in New Delhi, and it was renamed to, it was earlier Khelo India School Games, right? So Khelo India School Games. This was renamed to Khelo India Youth Games in 2019. Where was the last edition? That is the 5th edition was held. 5th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games was held in 2 states across, that is in 2 locations, that is in Delhi and Pune, Maharashtra. And now the 6th edition of the Khelo India Youth Games, it will be held in Tamil Nadu. Next is obituary. Robert M. Solow, a Nobel Prize winning American economist, recently passed away. As you can see him in the picture, American economist Robert Merton Solow, who won 1987 Nobel Prize in economics, passed away at the age of 99. Right? Mark this. Next is important days. National Farmers Day or Kisan Divas is observed on dash. So National Farmers Day and Kisan Divas, or the Kisan Divas, it is observed on 23rd of December. Here you can see National Farmers Day, also known as Kisan Divas, observed across India on 23rd of December to highlight the significance of farmers' contribution to the overall social and economic development of India. This day also marks the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh. He was a champion of the Indian farmers community. He also served as the 5th Prime Minister of India from 1979 to 1980. So on the birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh, that is on 23rd of December, we observe National Farmers Day. And this year in 2023, it was 121st birth anniversary of Chaudhry Charan Singh. Right? First ever Kisan Divas was observed in the year 2001. When was the UN International Day of Older Pensions 2023 observed across the globe with the theme of fulfilling the promises of Universal Declaration of Human Rights for older persons across generation? So when do we observe this day? It is observed on 1st of October, right? And the theme here is, what is the theme? Fulfilling the promises of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights for older persons across generation. The day was observed to raise awareness of the contributions and achievements of the older individuals that are above age 65 in society, to promote the well-being and inclusion in all the aspects of society, and to grow the society as a whole. Next is, which country has topped global remittance chart for 2023? See, remittance are also of two types, right? Remittance is basically money moving from one country to other country. There are two types of remittance, right? One remittance is your inward remittance, and second is your outward remittance. Inward remittance is basically when an individual, say for example, this is a person, right? He moved to X country. Now when he's moving to X country, say for admission, and because this is the trend going on nowadays, so you can see when he's going to X country, he will have to spend some amount of money, right? He will be converting rupees into dollar, right? So that is your outward remittance, because the money from India is going to X country. Now this is your outward remittance. What is inward remittance? Inward remittance will be when the person A, when he will be start earning in this X country, he will be earning, say for example, dollars, and that dollar then he will be converting and sending back to again India. Now this will be your inward remittance, right? So here only a data was released and it states about the inward remittance, right? So to be precise, this global remittance chart, it is for inward remittance, that is the money that came to India from all those individuals who are working outside India. So which is the country that has topped this global remittance chart? It is our India, right? India's total inward remittance value stood at $125 billion, right? And this is the highest ever. Also, last year we have discussed that India became the first country to touch $100 billion value or $100 billion mark in the remittance, right? And now it is $125 billion. If we look at the chart here, see, you can see India is on the top position with 125. On second position, Mexico with $67 billion. Third is China with $50 billion. Fourth, Philippines with $40 billion. And fifth is your Egypt with $24 billion. The Regiment of Artillery observed the 197th Gunners Day on dash. So, Regiment of Artillery observed 197th Gunners Day on 28th of September 2023, and this year 2023 it marks 197th anniversary of this, or observance of this Gunners Day, right? Next is our homework section. First, red ant chutney, which has recently received the GI tag, belongs to which state? Second, which country is host and chair of the 46th session of UNESCO's World Heritage Committee in 2024? Third, according to prestigious awards by Skytrax in 2023, which airport was crowned the world's best airport for the year 2023? Fourth, what is the name of the assault rifle recently launched by DRDO? Fifth, Chandubi festival recently seen in news celebrated in which Indian state? So these are your 5 homework question, friends, and I need to see maximum participation from all the students watching this video. That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.